Hey everyone, welcome back to Medical Coding Club. This is Chandrika and I am currently working as a medical coding trainer and I have worked as certified medical coder and auditor, and I do conduct classes for CPC and basic medical coding course. If you are interested to learn medical coding, then you can choose my basic medical coding course where I train you to the best. So coming back to the video, today I am going to talking about mastering ICD-10 coding. We have to navigate alphabetic index and tabular list. So we will understand what it is and what are the important factors from the alphabetic index and tabular list. So let's get started. So while coding ICD-10 codes for any condition, it is important you to know that the importance of alphabetic index and tabular list. So first you should get the code from alphabetic index and then you should verify from tabular list. Okay, so let's understand what is alphabetic index. So alphabetic index is a list of medical conditions and diagnoses organized alphabetically. So it is nothing but all the medical terms we have that are listed alphabetically. So you can get the condition name by alphabetically, like if it is abscess you will go to A term. Okay, so if it is inflammation you will go to I term, and same like from A to Z we have all the medical terms listed in alphabetic index. Okay, so you will go to alphabetic index, you will just look up to the condition from the alphabetic index and you will find a code, okay, which can be complete or which can be incomplete. So the purpose of alphabetic index is to quickly find the starting point for the correct diagnosis code. Okay, so it will give you one direction to follow. Okay, so that is all alphabetic index is. So next, coming to tabular list. So the tabular list in the ICD coding system, they have organized in the chapter wise. Okay, you can see organized into chapter based on body system. So whatever the body system we have, as you can see, the first chapter to all the 22 chapters are listed in the tabular list. Okay, so if you want to get the code from respiratory system, you have to go to that particular chapter and you have to verify the code that you got from alphabetic index. So the one more important thing from tabular list is here you can get the complete code and with the more detailed information. Okay, so it may require an additional character or like laterality or which type, which side of the body and what kind of fracture it is. Okay, so and also it will give you the coding instructions, like you have to under that particular diagnosis code what are the exclude 1 nodes and what are the exclude 2 nodes, and that particular condition requires any use additional. Okay, now do we have to need any additional code to explain the severity, or do we have to code first any other condition, and all the instructions will be there in the tabular list. So the purpose of tabular list is to confirm and add specificity to the code found in the alphabetic index. Okay, so this is all about tabular list. Now we will see an example and will understand alphabetic index and tabular list together. So I have taken example of fracture. Okay, so fracture. So you are going to look up for fracture in alphabetic index. So say for example, step 1. Look up in the alphabetic index. The condition is fracture. So under fracture, what is the site? So it is a femur. So then in the alphabetic index, you would look up the fracture and femur. It will direct you to S72.0. Okay, so you can see here I have added the image. So it will look like this fracture, which is traumatic or pathologic. So I have taken the traumatic fracture, and under traumatic the femoral and the neck region will come to S72.0. Okay, so this much incomplete code or S72.0 will be considered as incomplete. So it is the starting point. Okay, so now what I have to do, I should know this S series belong to which chapter. to verify from the tabular list, I should know this S series codes belongs to which chapter. So then coming to tabular list here, as I said, S series belongs to injury and poisoning chapter. So I will go to that particular chapter, and what I will do, I'll confirm the code and complete in the tabular list. So now from the alphabetic index, I was aware that S72.0 will give the correct diagnosis, but I need an additional character to complete the code. So say for example, we are looking for the code fracture of unspecified part of neck of right femur, initial encounter for closed fracture. Okay, so I'm going to tabular list. I will look for the necessary 6th and 7th character for the specificity. Okay, so you can see here I have added image again here. So here S72.0 fracture of head, neck of femur, and below that you could see the notes as well, exclude 2 notes, and then S72.00 which is fracture of unspecified part of neck, and then here you can see the laterality specification, that is S72001 is for right femur and S72002 is for left femur. Okay, so we know in our question we need right femur. Okay, so the correct coding would be S72001. Okay, so the coding will not stop in this, but we also need one more character. The seventh character will give the information about the type of encounter. So you can see here I've added all the alphabetic, the information. A means initial encounter for closed fracture, and same like D is for subsequent encounter, and S is for sequela. So you can verify this later. So now all I need is, in my question they are talking about initial encounter. So initial encounter, so that is why I am going to take A, my 7th character as A, which means initial encounter. So coming back to here, this initial encounter for closed fracture. So in my question they are talking about initial encounter for closed fracture. So now I can give the complete code from the tabular list, that is S72.0 is for fracture of neck of femur, and S720 unspecified fracture of neck of the femur, and I am adding the laterality 01 which gives right femur, and by adding A which gives the meaning of an initial encounter for closed fracture. Okay, so now I have the complete code S72.001A, which is a billable code, which is complete code. So as you can see in the alphabetic index, I got only S72.0 which was incomplete and which was required additional characters. So taking the S72.0, I came to tabular list and added the additional characters which were required to give the detail of the condition. Okay, so likewise you can go to alphabetic index and see what are the medical terms are listed, and coming back to tabular list, here as I said it is the codes are organized in the chapter wise, like what is our first organ system, second organ system, all the system wise they have categorized. So you can verify from the tabular list like which chapter it is belonging, that particular chapter you can go and you can pick the code. Okay, so this is all about a brief introduction about alphabetic index and tabular list. So you might need more examples to understand this. So please go to ICD-10-data.com and try on your own. You may able to understand. So that is all for today. And so yes, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your medical coding friends. And for more coding information, follow me on Instagram. And if you want to join my classes, please do text me on WhatsApp. I have given the number as well. And that is all about today. Thank you all. Thank you for watching.